Filthy Guap.
Big Mill, the hood post. Scott Fontaine, what up?
It's a jungle in the ghetto, so you better beware. It ain't nothing but gorillas, iron tigers, the best. Pro Max, Zaz's killing for tourists. Step foot up in this jungle, leave out in the hearse. Codons, Percocet, city girls, yes, sex, all eyes, no doubts. Bullet shells, candle wax, candle lit, Brody hit, gas, shotty shot back. Guess he was real when he died, he ain't come back. Round here, snakes, we ain't gorilla, man, no win. Bro was facing 10, gave him up, now he back to win. Man, it's every day, on the floor, no other way. In the ghetto, better get you some cake, no birthday. No heart, no love, nigga, what is B-Day? Cause when you down bad, love, did don't give you leeway. Might find yourself in the he say, she say, every day, all day, who am I say? I'm the hood postman, 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 always got motion, always keep motion. I'm the hood postman, 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 on the dead homies, like Rennie Loki.
Once again, I'm back with my guy. You guys know him as Fingers, but I know him as Carlton Bates. He was one of the guys that was there during that time. But what I want to ask, I want to give credit to what credit's due. I want to give credit to those first guys who were the Compton Bishops.
Right.
And would they be considered big brothers?
In my perspective, I look at them as big brothers.
Okay, we got to give John Gates, James Gates, Swan, of course, Bitter Dog, Snake, Blue Boy, which Blue Boy was actually one of the guys that actually put it together along with Swan. Blue Boy was actually from Nine Deuce. Then you got Billy Simpson and Herm.
Right.
You got Johnny Ziegler and Butchie. And I believe Master Blaster was over there too. I'm not too sure, but y'all don't cut my head off of that.
Right.
So when I want to make the correlation, and I don't know if we can, but what year did Limehood come out?
78, 79.
So at the 78 to 79, where were you at that particular time?
Well, I wasn't going to Whaley Junior High. I was going to Willowbrook. And the reason why I remember because they had a fight. Three of my homies had a fight with a couple of little sparks at Whaley Junior High School because of some discrepancies. They thought they was this, but all the time they was that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I want to go and focus a little bit on Herm Dog because I believe Herm Dog might have been the only one that transitioned from the Bishop to the Limehood. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
And he had a brother named Billy as well.
That's his older brother.
Okay. So Herm Dog, right?
Yeah.
So he was there when it actually, that 78, 79, when that came together. When you guys Voltron together and made it.
Herm Dog was there.
Made it to Limehood. So there was a picture taken on Lime, right? And I think about 12, 15 individuals. I can't remember what the count was. Do you know any of those individuals?
Can
you name
personally,
them?
But there's only two guys that I can't see their face, so I can't really say who they are. You know what I'm saying? But one of them, well, several of them, you know. First and foremost, my homeboy Jahan. God bless his soul. He's kneeling down. And this road dog at that time was Cash standing in the back. And then you got my road dog, Flacco Joe, you know, along with the homie Big Bam, Sir Dave, Benny Rue, and if I'm not mistaken, my homie Junebug is on there. I can't see the picture, I'm just remembering that picture.
During that time, I want to add this. Was it odd for Latinos to be part of for the group or be part of the section, or was that just something that just went natural?
No, that's the way it was. Because quiet as kept, us in the 7-0s was like this on the east side.
I like that you made that correlation.
Yes.
So what I wanted to know during that time, if you can give me 5 to 10 guys, who was the most impactful as far as the vision, the thought, and the leadership? Not necessarily they were the leader, but people that can give you the guidance that you need in order to process Limehood. Who would that be?
Well, first and foremost, Gangsta Bub and Lou Dog, God bless their soul, you know. And I can't forget my boy, Jahan, God bless his soul too, you know. The other two,
And you can skip the generations because sometimes the leadership and the keys triple down. You know what I mean? Because of what the guys did at the top.
Right.
You understand? They understood how important that was.
Right. I know I'm gonna hear it.
Well, we just got to hear it because
No.
honesty is honesty.
No. I'm just keep it clean all around the board because it's my perspective, right? And I got to give it to my SA homie Tone Bone, and my little brother Sean as well as Corn to keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? They had an impact. Many people may not agree, but my homie Limestone too.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
As for the Corn and Sean, we all heard those names.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just from my side
Right.
of the tracks.
Right.
We heard those names. We knew who they were, and it was always important to know who, because you guys did the same. It's like having intel information, like who we need to be. You know,
Right.
who are these guys? What is this guy? You know what I'm saying? And it's not taken away from anybody else. We just having a conversation,
Right.
and we just relating to your perspective, your opinion, based on what you saw from the lenses of your eyes. See, because no story is the same, and I just want to get clarity to that. Somebody may come and say, well, Fingers forgot this.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Come on to Dahoodpostman and get your side.
Really?
So, with that being said, so tell me, what was it like being in the middle of the island on Lime, all in the middle of the grass like that, man? Because I don't pass by this all. I'm thinking to myself, man, these guys right here is different.
It was fun, Melly Man. I'm serious. It was fun. Back then, as I look back on life over there on Lime, because not only did we kick it, it's funny because my house was right across the street. Either we was right there in the middle of the street or across the street, we had some apartments. They still there today. We call Arnold's. We kick it right there. And what I forgot to mention,
What corner was Arnold's on?
it's on San Francisco
And
Lime.
Lime? Okay, got it. What you forgot to mention?
Last time, you just mentioned the island, right? We just kick it across San Francisco. The third house from the corner, I had a homie named Lester, where everything formatted, begun. You see what I'm saying? And we should kick it over there. You know?
So that would have been like headquarters or
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes.
And then sometimes we should kick it off White and Rose in the apartments
Uh-huh.
where my homie Randall used to live at.
Okay.
You know, we have various places we can go and kick back.
Are we speaking about Randall Hodges?
Yes.
So at what part of the section did Randall come in? Was he from the beginning or
He's from the beginning.
Okay.
You know, him, Lou Dog, God bless his soul, Ramon, and what I forgot to mention last time was my homie Shrink Dog. He stayed right around the corner from Ramon and Lou Dog.
Okay.
My homie Dirk, Kevin Gibbs, he stayed on the corner of Rosecrans and Lime. My homie G Bam, Tonio Stocker, Trey Line, Junebug, I can't forget his name. My homie Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet. My homie KB, which is Stephen Casey, and my homie, God bless his soul, Terry Moore, T-Mo, known as that, you know.
Got it. I'm glad you mentioned Antonio Stocker because Antonio Stocker had an older brother named Ernest Stocker.
Yes, he did.
He was from the Grandies.
Yes.
How did that, because there was one time, even when I was at Whaley, the Grandies came through the back gate off, what is that, Fraley back there?
Yeah.
And the cats that, was functioning under the Piru banner, they was trying to figure out where all them dudes went to.
Right.
It had to be
Yeah.
Ernest Stocker because, the security guards, everybody was
Right.
looking because they came to the gate, did what they did, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, they vanished
Right.
like a thief in the night, So, man, that's interesting. It's interesting because when you find families, one brother can be this and the next brother,
Oh, yeah.
generation 2 down, decide something totally opposite, which happens.
And I know the whole family.
Wow.
Ernest all the way down to Tony, which is the youngest son.
Okay.
You know?
So what was it like during that time? What was the relationship between Lime and the park? Because I think it was Lime, the park, Am, and Holly. I know those four. But and I'm not excluding the West Side, Fruittown, and
Yeah,
Sierra.
yeah.
I'm just talking about the East Side. Or I forgot Washington Street, but they kind of phased out.
Yeah. From my perspective, we was tight, but then some things happened and certain people was going their own way. You know what I'm saying? But we still had a stronghold where the unity was still there. You know what I'm saying? Us and the Am is still close today. Us and the Ludus Parks is still close today. Because the love is still there. Just certain incidents didn't draw certain people away.
And you guys even had a strong relationship with the 8-9 families. How did that develop?
Man, from my, again, perspective, when Big Time,
Ragtime.
Yeah, came over here, they used to go to school with us at Dominguez High. And we just clicked. And one week we'd go out to their neighborhood, next week they come out to our neighborhood. And it was sad, even though we were supposed to hook up, it never happened, but we're still close to this day. You see what I'm saying?
So, on the east side, right, there seemed to be a disconnection. And I don't know if you was around for the disconnection or anything, but is there anything that you can point to what would have been the cancer to the disconnection?
Man, there's many things. At first, I was locked up when all the shit divided started going on, this, that, and the other, but it can be drugs, females. You pick your poison.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like everybody's problem. That's not just looters or mob or whatever. That's pretty much everybody, and that's a good way to put it, because then that way you wouldn't have to single just one individual or certain
And then you got
element.
Jealous and envy.
Well, I always say that when it comes to jealousy and envy and love, it's that jealousy will hide in support,
Right.
and envy can hide in just being there. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And then love can hide in hate.
Right.
But just because they have it for you don't mean they got it. They giving it to you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's just almost, it's like a pick and choose thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't get. I don't know. Is it something in our DNA? Something that was there, placed there by some outside entity?
Right.
I don't know. But I don't want to get too far off of that. Let's get back to the Limehood. Limehood, right? There was a many a times where guys from my section was bypassing everybody else to go over this to see what was going on. And do you remember any of those times?
Yeah, I remember a gang of times. The time I was out there, especially with the Blue Duster.
Oh, shucks. Not the Duster.
Oh, yeah. Baby and them. Oh, my God. Him and Star Child. Oh, my. They used to give us problems. And I respect them to the fullest for that. Because anyone for that matter, whether it's Atlantic Drive, Segundos, Santana, if you came over there, I give you respect because you had heart to come over there and do what you came to do. You know, whether you were successful or not, you know. But yeah, man, the Blue Duster was something to reckon with.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
So give me an example how Jahan showed that he was astute in the guidance and just having the ability to everybody say, man, we're going to follow Jahan, man.
His
We're gonna...
leadership.
Give me an example.
His leadership. Well, the man grew up in the streets behind, you know, and he's very strong. I'm not going to say he's intimidating, but the man was forceful, you know. Some of it could be, you know, the muscle, but at times he'd talk to you like a very intelligent man. And where he'd grasp you and you'd be able to understand and you'd pay attention. You see what I'm saying? And he had a good strategy. It's just that he fell short, man, you know, over some nonsense from my perspective. Just like I said, it's a lot of things that took place. I wasn't there. You know, I did most of my life. I'm 58. I did have about 45 years in prison, you know, whether it's from LP to Pelican Bay, you know. And I think that's the only thing that saved me, Melly Mel, is prison.
I want to get Corn and also Sean in there. What was their characters? Both of them.
They took the baton and ran and pushed it.
Like what? Show me.
You know what I'm saying? I just say this. my little brother, from what I gather, because I wasn't out there, we only did a little bit of time with him on the society, but he took the drug part. Instead of using it against us,
He created an economy.
yeah, you know, if he was winning, everybody was winning.
And that's a good way to look at it,
Whether
man,
you
because
was
he
in-
have a great spirit.
Yeah, whether you was in jail or in the streets. And court played a part in that too. You see what I'm saying? He had his hand in there too. You know what I'm saying? Then when it was time to do other things, he did it. You know? And that's why I love my little homies. I should say my homies. Because they picked up their baton and everybody played their part.
When it comes to Dusty, man, woo, the world know Dusty.
Oh yeah.
The world know Dusty in the sense of that video, man. What's your take on it?
It is what it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I highly respect him. You know what I'm saying? And I
He was
remember
charismatic in that.
Oh, yes, he
and he
was.
was very articulate and he spoke really well.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he was passionate about
Yes, he was.
what he was saying and
Yes,
doing.
very much.
Uh-huh.
You know?
I wonder where that influence, what that could have been a reflection of Jahan or a reflection of anybody older?
It could be, but I'm going to say it the peers that he grew up with, because he grew up with my little brother. I'm telling you, they had a close. I just say this. All them guys that grew up together, they still here today, and they still keep in contact.
That's good, man.
You know what I'm saying? To me, they like brothers.
So your brother still talk to Dusty?
I believe so. I would hope so. You know?
I'm going to have to reach out to a couple people, see can we get Dusty on, man.
Good luck, man.
That's all you can say to that,
If
huh?
you do, tell him I said hi, man. You better believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in this part of the section, I like to say lock the door because we got another part too. Okay. So can we lock the door right here?
Lock the door, Melly Mel.
Lock the door, man.
Perfect grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a pro bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted